This is the most interesting topic I have discussed in a while.
Yes.
I want you to
Hmm.
go first on this one.
All right.
Get ready to argue. What is your most
Okay. Yeah.
controversial opinion?
All right. So I'm not trying to disrespect this player whatsoever. He's in my top 50. He's one of the greatest point guards ever played. He's a top 10 passer of all time, even though I can think of way better passers better than him and better floor generals. But I'll discuss that as I'm talking about this. John Stockton as a player and his play style cannot win championships. I'm just saying. So John Stockton,
So
he
you're
has the
calling him
most assist
overrated, is
titles
what
of
you're
all
saying.
time.
You're calling him overrated. You're calling
Yes,
John
he's
Stockton.
overrated.
John
So
Stockton.
yes,
He's literally one of the greatest point guards of all time.
yeah, one of the 10 greatest point guards of all time, meaning number 10. But
Number 10? Number 10.
so his assist,
He's number
yes.
10. Who's before him?
Mm.
Who's before him? Who are the 9 players before him? I want to know this. I wasn't alive to see John Stockton, but I
uh,
know damn well that he's still one of more than number 10.
okay, 10, 9, 8, maybe.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so
Who are
John
the 9
Stockton
players
has.
before him? Start from 9 to 1.
You want to start from 9 for 1? Okay, all right. So I know you're gonna start screaming now. So let's talk about some obvious ones. Magic Johnson's obviously better.
Number
There's no
1.
discussion
Okay.
right there.
Yeah, obviously.
Number 2, Stephen Curry.
Okay.
I don't think there's a discussion right there. Number 3, I don't think it's a discussion personally. Oscar Robertson,
I believe that as well.
Mr.
I'm good
Triple
with that.
Double before Westbrook. All right. Number 4, Isaiah Thomas. Again, there's nothing really to say here. I mean, he beat Magic Johnson in his prime. He's the only guy that's given MJ troubles. He's the only guy you could say, yeah, MJ had to deal with that man. Number 5.
Okay.
Now you're not gonna. After number 5, you're not gonna like any of this. This is all subjective. Chris
Okay.
Paul's number 5 in my opinion.
Oh my!
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Explain that, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chris Paul's in my number.
Okay,
top 10,
so
but I wouldn't say he's in my top 5.
I think he is.
Okay, continue.
First of all, Chris Paul is a wave. Okay. Number 6, Steve Nash. Number 7, man, I know you're not gonna like this one. He plays for the Houston Rockets right now. Point guard guy, 3 straight triple doubles in a row. I could see your face right there. Russell Westbrook. Number 8.
John Stockton.
Yep. I'm not even done yet. Number 8, Walt Frazier. Number 9, John Stockton. Number 10, Gary Payton.
Yo, man. Okay, yo. What? Man, it's John Stockton.
Don't worry, man. He could have potentially been like number 6 or 7.
He's still in the top 10 or 7.
He's still in the top 10 though. So
he's above Chris Paul. He's above Russell Westbrook.
You're actually. Here's the thing. This is not that much of a controversial opinion as you think about. Maybe to a lot of people.
To me,
there's a lot of people I could find. To you, yeah. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that would say that agree with me. There's a lot of people that disagree. It's a very 50-50 split. But this is not here to criticize him as a player. I'm talking about more his play style. This is what I'm going to say. Point guards who only average 13 points per game cannot win championships if you're going to hold the ball for that long.
He's a pass-first guy, though. And pass-first guys lead to scoring.
So is Magic Johnson. He gave you nearly 20.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, there's only been 3 players that have won the assist title and won the NBA championship. Bob D has done it 3 times. Jerry West has done it once. Johnson only done it once. Think about that. Magic Johnson, one of the greatest passers of all time. In all those years, he was winning assist titles. Only got 1 championship out of it. The best players on championship teams have either been dominant centers or 2-way wings. That's a fact. Most teams throughout NBA history.
Player on his championship team, but come on, number 9 as a point guard, man. Come fine.
No, what is your controversial opinion, man?
Yeah, forget you, man. I have two. Okay?
Okay, go ahead.
One,
Go ahead.
this is the first
Mhm.
one. Markel Fultz will win most improved player 1 year.
This year or like
No, not this
another
year.
year?
1 year.
Okay.
Give him like 2
Mhm.
or 3 more seasons, okay? He has shown ever
What's
since
the other
he's out
one?
of the Magic, okay? He's shown improvement in scoring, in
Mhm.
defense, in all of this. And he's becoming a leader, more of a
Mhm.
leader. I'm not saying he is, and
Okay.
he's working on that little thing of his, that little form of his, and the
Yeah.
shooting.
Okay.
He's working on the shooting,
All
you
right.
know. Even though he
Mhm.
was a bust, he is showing the improvement in areas that are needed. He's already a good defender.
Okay. All
He's
right.
already a really good defender. He's becoming better at playmaking. He's becoming better at all of this. Just give him a few more seasons.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are we still talking about Marco Fultz or Lonzo Ball here?
We're
Because
talking about
you said
Fultz.
he was a good defender.
Yeah.
You said he was a good defender
Yeah,
and a good playmaker.
he can defend. I didn't call him good. I said he's improving. Improving. There's a
You said
fact.
he was good.
He's already good and improving.
The guy said he's good.
Improving. You
Okay,
can laugh
playmaking, I'll
all
give
you
you
want.
credit.
You can laugh all you want. You say John Stockton is
He's a
number
good
9 for
scorer.
your point
He's a good
guard.
scorer.
Huh?
That's as high as I'm going. That's as high as I'm going.
I was telling
What's
you.
your other opinion? What's your other opinion,
Yeah,
man?
second opinion, Lonzo Ball will be an all-star. Many people can agree with me, and many people can hate me for this. I don't care. Lonzo Ball will be an all-star, and I'm standing by that until the day he becomes an all-star.
That is.
Like, think
I
about it.
don't say I agree with that, but that's an interesting point. That's an interesting point. Go ahead, continue.
Right? So,
Let's continue. Yeah.
he's showing improvement as a point guard. He's a really tall point guard. He's fixing up the shooting a little bit, even though it's still not efficient and amazing. Your finger's blocking your camera, bro.
Oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
I'll edit that out. Yeah, but even though
Yeah.
he's
Okay. Go
not
ahead.
like shooting the best, still he's showing improvement in that area, showing improvement on the free throw, showing improvement on the 3-point shooting, the mid-range shooting.
Yeah. Okay.
He's working on his defensive game, which is already really good. He's a great defender.
I think he's almost elite. I say he's a top 5 point guard defender in the league right now.
He's a great defender, and he's still improving on it. He's
I agree
improving
with
on
that.
scoring. He's already an amazing passer. Like, think about that. Those are the qualities of a point guard that you need. And he's 6'6". He's 6'6". He's a triple double threat nightly.
Yeah.
Every night you face this man, you gotta be like, this guy's gonna get a triple double against us. He has a given rebounding skill. He can give you above 10 points a game easily. He can give you 10 assists a game. Okay, he'll average about 10 a game in a couple seasons, right? Like,
You're saying this could be an all-star caliber player.
This can be an all-star caliber player. Think about it.
And we're talking about with the same players, there's still going to be Ben Simmonses of the world, Trae Young.
Of course, I'm not saying that they're not going to be better than him, but I'm
those
saying
amount of mans.
He will at least for one season.
He be an all-star.
Like, he will be an all-star. I'm not even saying that I like Lonzo like that. He will be an all-star one season. I'm standing strong by that. I just saw the facts. Okay? I don't have the statistics and everything like you do, flipping through your phone and stuff, right? But I know this. He's improving and he's doing well.
All right.
Ever since he left the Lakers, ever since LeBron was like, "No, get rid of these kids," he's shown improvement. So is he will be an all-star. I'm telling you this, and I'm standing by that point.
Okay. See, that Lonzo one is not that bad. Now the Markel Fultz one, on the other hand,
I'm standing by that point too. He will improve.
I agree with you with the Lonzo part. Maybe one day, but like, yeah.
Markel Fultz will
Okay,
improve.
so
I'm telling you, he will improve. He's working with coaches and he's working with other athletes and stuff, and he's improving his game a lot. Okay, it's improved since he was in Philly.
Okay.
You got to admit that. It's improved, not a lot,
yeah.
but it's improved since he was in Philly, and he's slowly getting to the point where he can not be an all-star, but he will still be a solid player to have on your team. He's
I could see him a starter caliber player. Okay.
he's getting to that point. He can get
Okay.
to the point where it's giving like 16 and like maybe 5 assists and like 4 rebounds a night with a steal.
Okay.
He's getting to that point. And you've got to
All
respect
right.
that. You've got to respect that. He will win MVP, MIP. Okay?
MIP.
You
Okay.
get it,
Yeah.
not MVP. Hell no. But
Obviously
he'll
not.
win MIP one year. And I'm telling you, everybody who watches this can disagree with me. I don't care.
Okay, but you know what this means about MIP? That means he would have to put up an all-star caliber year. Because he's kind of decent as it is right now. He's okay right now. He's giving me like 10, 12 points. So for him to be an MIP, he'd have to be giving you like 20 plus.
He could give you 20. I believe that once he gets his minutes up, so once he earns some more minutes, you know, if he goes onto a team where he's potentially a top 5, a top 3 player on that team, and he gets his minutes up, he will give you buckets, and he will give you that most improved all-star caliber year. I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star, but I'm saying.
Will this be a player that helps winning? Can he do this on a playoff team though?
He can do this on a. Okay. See, MIP is about regular season.
Yeah, I agree with you, but can his points impact winning on any sort of level?
I feel like his stats can impact winning.
Because I think Lonzo will help winning. But
Lonzo will help winning for sure. That's why he's going to be an all-star.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Lonzo's going to be an all-star. Stand by that until the day I die. Okay? Same with Markelle Fultz. Okay? I'm not saying he's going to be an all-star or anything. I've said this like 3 times. But he will impact winning. You know, he could be on an over 500 team, and he can impact their winning a lot. Like, he is showing improvement in the game, and he's going to continue to show that. And he will only, even if it's only one season, he will win MIP, and he could put up 20 if he gets. I'm just telling you right now, Orlando, if you want a most improved player right now, give Markelle Fultz more minutes and give him the ball more.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, Orlando.
All right, so let me go to my point now, because I already got you mad. So.
Oh, you have a second one.
Let's not focus on the John Stockton part, because I'm using John Stockton as a segue about my point guard argument. Okay, so I found a list of a bunch of point guards, these pass first point guards you consider that won NBA titles, right? So you have Magic, Cousy, Frazier, Rondo, Chauncey Billups, Jason Kidd, and Isaiah Thomas, right?
All right.
So all of those are 18 championships combined. As long as my math wrong, 18, 17, out of 74 seasons of the NBA. That's about like 20. That's barely half. And you look at these point guards, right? You look at guys like Walt Frazier, who averaged 17 points in the NBA Finals. Rob Cousy was giving you 19 points per game. Chauncey Billups gave you 20, 21 points, and Magic was giving you 20. Isaiah Thomas was also giving you 20. The point that I'm trying to make about John Stockton is a point guard that has the ball in their hands that much cannot be giving you just 13 points.
Yes, it can.
Okay, you look at a guy like Steve Nash. Steve Nash gave you 14 points.
Yeah.
And his best season was his MVP season, 2005, 2006. Gave you 19 points, 11 assists, 1 steal, and 50, 40, 90 shooting.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think Kobe should have won that when he averaged 35 points. But I disagree with that. So people look at it and say, oh, he averaged 35 points though. You have to remember, the Suns won 54 games with their second best player, Amar'e Stoudemire, being out for most of the season. He only played 3 games that year. This is a 20-10 guy. Consistent 20-10 guy who's injured for the entire season. And this guy still gave you 54 wins. You put John Stockton onto that team. Will they be? He's not giving you 54 wins. They'd be fishing in a lottery team. And if Steve Nash took more shots,
really? You really think John Stockton
that would not be a playoff team
to make a team win? You really think that? You really think that?
Okay, I'm talking. You're replacing. If Steve Nash is on those Jazz teams, they win a championship. Chris Paul's on those Jazz teams, they would have won a championship.
Come on. Come on.
I'm telling you.
I can't.
All right, you want to look through more. You want to look through more great seasons, right? Let's talk about Chris Paul's best season, right? 2007, 2008 season. He won 56 games. Pretty impressive. Damn.
Oh
Damn.
my gosh.
You're really sad about this, aren't you?
Come on, man. His best season, he averaged like 17, 18 points. Okay, I'll just look that up right now.
Yeah.
And he was still.
Oh, who's John Stockton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's one season. Found it here. Where is it? 19. Okay, so in this season, one season he averaged 17 points and 14 assists.
Yeah.
I'll give you. Hey, that is amazing. I'll give you credit for that. That is amazing.
And you're gonna tell me?
I wonder.
Listen, no.
Okay.
Take Steve Nash, the MVP season. Steve Nash. Mm-hmm. Okay. John Stockton also got them steals. Okay, he got steals.
Okay.
So let's say John Stockton averaged a steal as well. Okay. Yeah. John Stockton's averaging a steal, 17 points and those 14 assists. Those are very similar to those Steve Nash points, right?
Pretty similar, yeah.
So you're saying that John Stockton averaging almost the exact same thing as Steve Nash isn't going to make that Suns team win 54? It doesn't have to be 54, but you're going to say they're going to be a lottery team?
Okay, you know what? The lottery is an overstatement, but they wouldn't be a playoff team.
Come on, man. They'd be a playoff team.
You forget, though. You forget. Who was John Stockton's second or best player on the team that year? Karl Malone. I wonder, what was Karl Malone doing that year? Man, he's putting in nearly 31 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 steals, you know.
Okay.
A bit, you know, light, right? Okay, Chris Paul season. Another player who's better. I don't even know why this is a discussion with you. Like, this is easy.
I'm gonna take off my headphones. I'm gonna quit this podcast.
This is easy for me. Like, I don't see the argument here with this one. Chris, I can understand your Steve Nash argument. Chris Paul.
How do you not see the argument here?
I don't see it.
There
are way better passers.
He's the top 10 point guard of all time. Yeah.
There are way better passers and floor generals than John Stockton. We're talking about being
floor
a floor general.
Yeah, passers.
Magic.
Who else?
LeBron James is way better as a playmaker. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you from right now. LeBron James is a better playmaker than John Stockton. Yes.
I cannot believe the words that have come out your mouth. You're just slapping me in the face with controversial.
LeBron James.
I'm not.
LeBron James after Magic Johnson is the second
playmaker. LeBron James is an amazing playmaker. He's amazing. Mm-hmm. That's what makes him the second best player of all time. But come on, man! It's John Stockton averaging 14 assists. Doesn't he have the most assists of all time?
LeBron James, yeah, he does. In 19 seasons, though, I mean, Magic would have broke that record if he didn't have a disease.
Oh, man.
LeBron James is a way better floor general than Magic Johnson is.
Oh, of course he's a better floor general.
Floor general than John Stockton is, no, not Magic Johnson.
Yeah, no.
Way better.
Of course I'm still better floor general, but like,
but isn't that what a point guard? I'm sorry, wait, isn't that what a point guard is though?
Yeah. So he could be a better floor general, but not a better passer.
We want to talk about like the ability to pass. I would just ask everybody this: search up Pete Maravich passing highlights.
Oh, he's amazing.
That guy's different.
Pistol Pete, bro.
I don't think people understand. He's doing passes that people can't do now. A lot of people in the NBA cannot do those passes. And that was in the 70s.
That's true.
People were so jealous of him that you know why his assist totals weren't as high? People would miss shots on purpose. His teammates were jealous of that man. The NBA hated his playing style. So imagine if you put that guy.
I can't believe you when it's John Stockton not top.
Still top 50 player of all time. So like,
of course he's still a top 50 player of all time, but come on, man. You can't say that if you're putting John Stockton on that Suns team, that
want to be a
team's
playoff team.
not getting to the playoffs.
They want to be a playoff team. Okay, I have a
They
question.
would.
Would John Stockton carry the Thunder the year where Russell Westbrook's best player was Oladipo, man? You know, we all know this was trash Oladipo. This is not good Oladipo. You're telling me he could carry that team to a playoff team?
So you take Russell Westbrook off and you put on John Stockton?
Yeah, it's not being a playoff team. It's not being a playoff team. I'm just saying right now.
Yeah, they are.
No.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, they are.
How?
Listen,
How?
if
How?
you don't need Russell,
How?
okay. Listen to my thing, okay?
Mm.
John Stockton, pass first point guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Adams pick and roll, disgusting. That's already destroying. That's already destroying half the damn league. Okay. Then you also get him feeding Victor Oladipo the ball more, so Victor Oladipo getting more touches. Okay.
Okay.
That's giving Victor Oladipo a breakout season earlier than he has. If Victor Oladipo,
right, so who's going to be scoring?
If Victor Oladipo getting more touches, he's going to be getting more points, and he's going to be getting all this stuff, and he's going to be doing better as a player.
All right, so you're telling me that Steve Nash is going to replace those 30 points per game, the guy who had the most amount of fourth quarter points that year in the regular season. He's going to replace that. He's going to give you that same impact.
Yes.
Because I know he can't. Because, you know, people who said that he made Carmelo made John Stockton. Let's just get this straight. You want to hear?
John
you want to
Stockton
hear
made John
the top
Stockton.
5 point guard?
You can't
want to hear the top 5 point guard? Okay, I didn't mean that. But we're talking about
John
who benefited more in that relationship.
Passing talent. You can't say Carmelo made him.
But you know who benefited way more off that relationship? John Stockton. It wasn't even a question.
Yeah.
You want to hear John Stockton's averages without Carmelo?
Yes,
14 points, 14 assists, 4 turnovers on 29% shooting from the field. That is your man right there? That is your guy?
Yep, that's my guy.
Your guy?
That's my guy right there.
John Stockton, Carmelo, who didn't play, John Stockton averaged 25 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists on 53% shooting.
You also got to remember, though, that aside from Shaq, Karl Malone is still a top 5 most dominant player of all time.
Yeah.
Right? He's huge. And he's strong. And he will back you down in the paint. And he has that mid-range game that is so deadly. And he's he's tall and he's aggressive. Of course he's going to average points like that. Of course he's going to average stats like that.
You know what? I'm just saying, man, I agree. I will never back down from this John Stockton argument.
Neither will I.
We will always be disagreeing with that. And you can't call this thing. When it comes to me, you don't have to agree with my opinions. You could hate them. You know one thing you can't say? I'm not pulling stuff up. I'm not just making stuff up here. I have done my research. That's one thing you can never say about me, man. You could disagree with all my points, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to be making stuff up. I'm not going to be Steve Naismith here or Skip Bayless just yelling. I calmly put in my facts, put in my stats that I found. I wasn't yelling at my man here who's just getting extremely emotional. I know this is a hard one for you to accept, man, but John Stockton is just...
I don't think you're ever going to convince me that John Stockton...
Okay, I want to ask you this question. So, based off of win percentage in the playoffs, who do you think would have a better win percentage in the playoffs? John Stockton, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, or Russell Westbrook?
I'm gonna be dead honest. I'm probably gonna say, Chris Paul, something like that.
Chris Paul. Based off my evidence here, now Chris Paul win percentage. He doesn't have the worst one, but he doesn't have the best one. Steve Nash has the worst win percentage in the playoffs, and he also has the least amount of success. He only went to 1 conference finals. I can't argue with that. Steve Nash went to 4 conference finals. John Stockton played way more games than anybody on this list. Yep. Anybody, these 4 players I was comparing.
He played a ton of games.
His record in the playoffs was 89 wins and 93 losses. Now, the weirdest thing is that you would think, man, Westbrook, man, his win percentage would be awful. He's the only guy on this list, based off the 4 players I compared, Because I picked two guys, pass first point guards. I picked Westbrook, who's completely different from John Stockton. Just to further my point and compare these two players. He has 51 wins and 47 losses. Okay. He has 2 conference finals and 1 finals. I'll agree with you. John Stockton has the most playoff success of all these point guards here.
Mm-hmm.
5 conference finals appearances
take that Suns team.
and 2 finals. But he would have not taken them to the playoffs.
You're trying to tell me that, okay, I keep going back to this. So listen, I'm not going to lie. John Stockton has the most playoff success out of all of these guys. And you're trying to tell me that he wouldn't take that Suns team to the playoffs?
No, he wouldn't. I'm just being honest with you, he wouldn't.
Okay.
He would struggle offensively. I'm not talking about his assists. His assists would go up, but his points would stay about the same. His field goal percentage would drop down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but back to my point. I want to make a point about pass first point guards. If Steve Nash and Chris Paul decide to take more shots, they might be having championships. I'm just saying. If Steve Nash decided to average 25 points instead of averaging 18, he would have had rings. I'm going to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I love those 2 guys, but I don't even think they're capable of doing
it. Steve Nash and
maybe not Chris. Their games.
Steve Nash, though, I'm talking about like the ability to score.
Yeah.
Like, think about it, he shot 50, 40, 90, so this was him doing it efficiently.
Steve Nash could score.
He could give you 25. He even said himself, if he shot the ball more, he would have had rings. The man said it himself.
The man said it himself.
And you look through history, most teams said dominant big man or 2-way wings.
Yeah. I'm losing energy talking.
Not a lot of teams have won championships based off of these point guards.
You're killing me. You're killing me, man. I'm losing energy talking to you about this, bro.
That's what makes you. You're never gonna agree with this. As I said, I came well prepared.
Listen, you have shifted my opinion by this much because you hit me with facts.
I did.
But you're never going to convince me that John Stockton is not. You're not going to convince me that he's overrated.
Listen, I don't have to convince you anything. The whole point is for me to make an argument. That is, you could think it's the most illogical thing it's the dumbest thing you ever heard. But you cannot say that I did not give actual evidence. I didn't spit this and just say, because I felt like it. We're never going to agree on this. So.
You did your research, man.
Yes, that's all I'm gonna give myself credit for, man. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. If you disagree with this, here's the thing. If you know other people that want to argue with me, let them argue with me. I don't care. You're not gonna change my opinion. I'm not gonna change yours. I'm just that type of guy. Do you want to go with your Lonzo thing, or are you just like too tired?
I'll go into my Lonzo thing. I'm tired, but I'll go into that thing, man. Lonzo's an amazing point guard. Okay.
All right.
He's a good guy to have on your team, role player or starter. Okay. He's, like I've been saying, he's been showing so much improvement. Okay, his stats are proving it this year. His play style is proving it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, especially with guys like give him guys like Zion and give him bigger guys like centers and stuff. Pick and roll, nasty. He has guys to pass to.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna have a season where he's dropping 10 plus assists. He's gonna have a season where he may be dropping 20.
Okay.
He's gonna have a season where he's gonna be grabbing like 6 boards. He's gonna have a season where he's gonna be getting like a steal and a half.
I have a question for you. I agree with all these points you're making here. So if Giannis is gonna win, if Lonzo's gonna win a championship, how good of a player would he be on that team? Would he be top 3 on that team? Top 5, number 2? What do you think?
So listen, since we haven't seen Lonzo in the playoffs, okay?
Okay, yeah.
If we were to see Lonzo in the playoffs, I feel like let's say his Pelicans team makes it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I am saying Lonzo, behind Brandon Ingram, is the second best player on that team.
Over Zion?
Third best player on that team. I forgot about Zion for a second.
Okay then, because man,
I forgot about Zion for a second.
I'm like, what did he say?
Think about it though. Listen, if Zion didn't have Lonzo,
All right.
The Giants
They
still
would
be
not
playing
have. Okay, but yeah, but they wouldn't be as good, obviously. Think
well?
about it. Guys like Rondo and Jason Kidd, when they won championships, they were not that good on their teams. Rondo was the fourth best player on the team. No, this
Yeah,
is in the year
but then he also had
Rondo gets
Kevin
better.
Garnett. He also had Ray Allen. He also had Paul Pierce.
And guess what? You know, when he was told to carry the team, they didn't get that far. Jason Kidd also had great players. He played with Richard Jefferson and Vince Carter. He was the best player on that team. They didn't go anywhere. He had to go into the Mavericks, where he was like the fifth best player on the team.
Yeah, but
So
I'm just telling you right now, Lonzo, and he's just he has shown so much improvement. And like, I'm gonna be dead honest, man. I didn't like Lonzo going in the draft, but now that I see him play and stuff, like, yo, I love that guy. He's a
I'm
great
the
player.
opposite.
I
I
couldn't.
loved I loved Lonzo, but I didn't think it would be like what LeVar was saying, but
Yeah.
I really liked his
But
potential.
I can appreciate a player right now that plays like Lonzo, right? I love me some defense and stuff. But I'm telling you right now, he's gonna do that. He's gonna get that All Star, and
All-star.
he could possibly get a chip, being the top 3 player on his team. He's showing
Okay.
that he could do that. He's showing what he's capable of. He's
All right.
showing that, yo, I'm here. Okay, I'm
Mhm.
not just a bust of the second pick, right? Like,
All right.
he's showing us that he's that guy to have on your team.
I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't matter what he does. He will always be a bust because the things that he had on his name when he went into the league is just.
You
He
can't
was
say
supposed to be an all-star by now. He was supposed to be an all-star by now, based off his projection and his potential. What everybody was saying.
true.
People gotta remember, this wasn't LeVar who was just saying, "Oh yeah, he'd be a really good player."
Yeah, he'll still be
He
an
was
all star though.
yeah, but he was a consensus top 2 pick.
Yeah,
It's crazy how the first 2 picks are like 2 of the least impressive picks.
that's
The
true.
first 3 picks in that draft are just not good.
Who went number 3? Josh
Josh
Jackson.
Jackson,
I
yeah.
know. Number 4,
Number,
Jason Tatum, All Star. Number 5,
yo, I saw
De'Aaron
this
Fox.
thing. Do you know why the Suns didn't want Jason Tatum?
Oh my goodness!
Yo, I watched
I
this
saw
video.
that today.
You know, at Funky Diabetic or something. I saw this guy Funky Diabetic. You know, he makes you basketball videos.
I
And the
don't
GM,
want another Devin Booker.
you don't
Pardon
want
me?
you don't want a 6'8" Devin Booker who could play defense and average 20.
If I were the Suns, I'm grabbing that guy, man.
You know, it's the problem. He's the owner, so you can't kick owners out unless they sell the team. Well, think about what he said though. He said, "I don't want a guy like Devin Booker who's 6'8" and he could play defense." Just think about the
And to
comment for
think
a
about that,
second.
he made his first 40 3-pointers. You can shoot.
And you know what he said after that? What else can you do?
Yeah. What else can you do besides shoot? Man, it's people like that that make my brain hurt, man.
You know, it's
Like,
funny. Tatum wanted to go to the Suns. That is the worst thing. He actually wanted to go to the Suns.
think about where the Suns would be right now if
Oh
Tatum
my
was there.
gosh. Booker, Tatum, Kelly Oubre,
That's a great team. Well, okay, not great.
Aiden,
That's a really good, and Ayton and DeAndre Ayton. That's a great team,
Ricky Rubio. That's a playoff team. I'll say right now, that's a playoff team right now.
man.
Bro, when I heard that comment, I would have walked out that workout if I was Jason Tatum. That's the most disrespectful thing you could ever say. Man looked at
What
him and
else
said,
can you do?
"You do." Man was like,
You're not a good owner.
"Man,
You're not a good owner if you say that. If you say, I do not want another Devin Booker, he is 6'8", he can play good, consistent defense. He can do much more than shoot if you were to just watch something else besides the shooting. He can score
yeah."
in the paint. He can score in the mid-range. He's lights out from 3. He could kill you on every aspect of the game, but you're like, no, I don't want another Devin Booker.
But that's not even the worst thing he's ever done. He didn't take Kawhi Leonard because he was sweating too much.
This, just like
That's sad.
some stuff that he says just makes my head hurt.
It's all because he's rich. It's all because he's rich. So you can't even stop him.
That is the problem with some owners nowadays.
Michael Jordan. Sorry, what? What?
Damn,
Sorry.
really? Really?
Hey, I'm gonna call what it is. He could be the GOAT, but he's not a good owner. And his pride, he thinks he might be the GOAT, but he's not good at picking players. This is a well-known fact. You want to hear a guy who's a great player and who's a great GM? Jerry West, the greatest GM player of all time. Okay. He built those teams. He built those Lakers. He built the Warriors. The first he was building the Warriors. He leads a team in the conference finals, and he got Kawhi and Paul George to go to the Clippers.
Yeah. It just really bothers me how some people are like, I'm rich, I'm gonna buy a basketball team and totally screw up the organization.
Here's the problem with that. If you don't know what you're doing, give other people the power to make choices that you can't. That's what good owners do.
Think about this though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think of a team, okay? Yeah. You're gonna have Rubio at point guard. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be running Devin Booker at shooting guard. You're gonna be running Kawhi Leonard at small forward. Jason Tatum at power forward.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton at center, and then you're gonna have Kelly Oubre Jr. coming off the bench.
Yeah, that is.
Plus, what? Mikal Bridges as well?
Yeah. There has to be a rule where if your general manager is going to be doing that, they should be forced to sell the team. Because they're wasting the NBA's time. Yeah, they're wasting the fans' time.
You are just screwing up your team's success.
Here's the problem though. If you don't know what you're doing, pay other people to do those jobs. The great owners pay people.
You have some scouts for a reason, right? Hire the head scout. Let the head scout do your job.
Why do you think the Clippers are good? Because Steve Ballmer pays people to do their jobs. Same thing with the Lakers.
Do a job for all I care, man.
I mean, I like their coach now, but but when you have an owner who doesn't know what they're doing, they should not have any power in the basketball decision. This is what you do: pay. All you have to do is pay for the tickets. You know what's the problem? When an owner runs a team, they will never tank. You know what they're thinking about? Man, I gotta get those money. I gotta get those seats in though. We need people to get into the stands.
See, but the problem is if you have zero basketball knowledge and you pass up on players like Kawhi Leonard and Jason Tatum in the draft, and you're saying, what else can you do? I don't like you because you spent too much. Nobody's buying tickets to see your games.
You know what's a good example of a good owner? The Thunder owner. So after Paul George demanded a trade, they got a lot of good returns, right? Westbrook wanted out. Do you know what that Suns owner would have done? He would have kept Westbrook, and they would have been like a 7th seed in the West for like a few years just to sell tickets.
Yeah. You gotta make the decision what's best for the players, and you gotta respect the players, and you also gotta make the decision what's best.
Gotta remember though, these owners don't care about the winning product. At least a lot of owners don't actually. They care about money. They care about people getting to the seats. They care about we need stars.
I'm just saying right now, if I were ever an owner of a basketball team, I want my team to win rather than these sellouts.
Yeah.
I don't
want to be a general manager. I don't want to be an owner though. I want to be a general manager.
I'm never gonna have the money to be an owner, bro.
And plus, I don't want to own the team and plus make basketball decisions. That's way too much for any person to do. So
I'll GM, I'll coach, I'll do that stuff, man. But
no owner.
I'm just saying though, I'd rather see success of my team rather than see them fail.
I saw this funny thing. MJ got mad at Charles Barkley because Charles Barkley called him out for his basketball knowledge and when it comes to being a GM. I saw this story somewhere. They're not friends anymore because Charles Barkley decided to speak the truth.
Yeah, that's the first smart thing Charles Barkley said. I'm sorry, Mr. Charles Barkley. It was a joke. But
he's not. I heard. You want to hear the worst top 5 I've ever heard? Again, off topic. Meta World Peace had the worst top 5 I've ever heard.
I've seen this.
Listen. You've seen it. He put Kyrie over LeBron. like, oh my God.
Say it for the people, man. Say it for the people.
I can't remember the full list, but I know MJ was number 1. Who was it? MJ.
Kobe. It was a bad list. It was just a bad list.
the first three names were not bad. MJ. Oh, wait, LeBron was number 5. What am I saying? It was MJ, Kobe, I think Magic. I'm gonna say something like that. Then he had Kyrie at number 4. Kyrie didn't even win a championship yet. She had him at number 4.
Oh,
Think about
that's
it.
funny.
We talked about top 10 point guards of all time, and Kyrie's name was not. Kyrie was not even close to making the list.
Oh, that's funny.
No offense to Kyrie, but he's
I
not even
don't
an
think he's
honorable mention.
even. I don't think he's even a top 50.
Oh, first of all, man, look, I had a lot harder decisions to make than Kyrie. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Kyrie was not even a thought.
Here we go.
Even
I found the list. I found the list.
Okay, yeah, what was it?
He has. Oh, LeBron didn't even make the cut. He has Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
Magic Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain, and Shaq. It's not that bad, but LeBron's not even on the list.
Wait, this Metal World Peace, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a different one. This was a lot older. He had Kyrie at number 4. Like,
Oh, man.
you know when I made that comment about whoever says LeBron is not clutch, get their basketball card removed.
Yeah.
That's a similar statement.
Oh, that's
And
funny.
there's no evidence to back up that statement.
Yeah.
That is just sad.
All right, yo. Do you